Aw yeah, it's a Zombo combo!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Zul Ashur, Lich Lord. This is a 2-mana zombie that can tap to target a zombie card in your graveyard and allow you to cast it this turn, which is very nice when you can repeatedly cast zombies from your graveyard during the same turn. This version of the deck is a zombie combo deck. I made 2 different versions of Zul Ashur. The other one will also be getting a video. The other one is a zombie typo deck. It's making lots of zombies, it's making them strong, and Zul Ashur is great in that deck. But in this deck, Zul Ashur is part of infinite combos, or just getting tons of value, using cards that allow you to untap Zul Ashur, like Paradox Engine, and being able to repeatedly recast zombies that either have enter the battlefield effects or trigger things like Blood Artist or your Vein Ripper in order to get so much damage, so much discard, and so much value out of your Lich Lord. And of course, like any self-respecting zombie deck, don't worry, we're running some sweet zombies that can help us get more mana. Things like Warren Soul Trader, Champion of Parish Crypt Breaker, Shambling Ghast. These cheap creatures are all great to repeatedly cast, causing infinite life drain, or infinite card draw and life drain. And of course, since we're in mono black, we can just tutor for all the pieces in order to do this. You can even use cards like Liliana Untouched by Death to use her -3 to keep recasting the same zombies. You don't even need like a Paradox Engine for this. Just Liliana, a Sacrifice Outlet, and I don't know, Shambling Ghast. Great way to kill your opponent. It's nice. It takes a lot of game actions, but it does get you there. And since we're doing these Paradox Engine silly untappy things anyway, yeah, there's an Astarak in here. Also, did you know Astarak's a zombie? Because he is, which is great for this deck. Because again, it's a zombies deck. Zombies and combos. Zombo combo. So let's take Zul Ashur into the queue and hit him with the Zuladox Engine. Glarb Calamity's Augur, the frog that likes 4-cost things to play off the top of the deck. Also, lands. His hand's alright. I've got some removal. I've got Cavern of Souls for my zombies. Got a way to drain out my opponent. That seems just fine. So I'll start with zombie. I think I'll bring out the Crypt Breaker, maybe. Now start the Shambling Ghast. Crypt Breaker, I don't have enough to draw unless I drew another 1-drop zombie this turn, which there's not that many others in the deck. Crypt Breaker. Swinging in for 1. It'll play this Castle Locked since it comes in tapped. I don't have any need to play Zul Ashur yet. For 3 whole mana, is it time for Glarb? Serious garbage? No, they are tutoring for a card and putting it on top of their deck. I wonder what they'd be tutoring for. Could be some graveyard hate to just, like, cut off the deck, maybe? I'm not sure. Play the Midnight Reaper. And I'm just planning on drawing a card here. What if they were grabbing, like, a Toxic Deluge? No, Show and Tell. Okay, well, I guess I'll see what I can draw first. Is this Omni? Probably Omni, right? Yep. Imagine playing Show and Tell in Brawl. Congratulations, you've shown me Pawk. Now you have blue mana. Not that you need mana, considering all your spells are free. But they're only free from their hand, and Glarb plays off the top of the deck. Still, rude. Trying to decide who I want to get rid of here. Trying to play Blood Artist. Swing in with the Shambling Ghast. Build the Profane. Hawk and Glarb, I'd say, are my biggest enemies here. Letting them draw a card is iffy, but there it is. And I will draw a card on their turn using Crypt Breaker. Glarb returns. Only got one use for the mana. And the land becomes 2. If I'm blocking here, I'm blocking with the Gray Merchant. And if anybody is wondering, Amy, do you have a way to get rid of Omni? I do! I have one way to get rid of Omni. Well, hello, Paradox Engine. Might be seeing some of you next turn. Keep on killing Glarb to cut them off from their deck. Also get triggers from Blood Artist, kind of nice. I don't have a sacrifice piece here, but I can just attack them. That also works. And I want to make sure I'm leaving back at least 3 zombies for Crypt Breaker. So I'll attack in with the Gray Merchant and Shambling Ghast. I can also use Crypt Breaker's discard ability to throw creatures into the grave. Oh, they're breaching. Well, thank you for putting zombies in my graveyard, I assume. There's one. They got Liliana Untouched by Death. Actually, not very useful for them to take since it is a purely zombie typo card. And in their graveyard, Ugin, who is removal, and Tireless Provisioner. I think Ugin's definitely their best card there. Okay, so they still took Liliana Untouched by Death. Who can go infinite with Shambling Ghast. Sure, you want to mill yourself? Go for it. You can play cards off the top, so you love self-mill. Zul Ashur is zombie. She's a zombie warlock. Zomblock. You attacking? Please? Okay, fine. Tap, tap, tap. Draw a card. Lands and lotuses. Yeah, right now I don't have any mana sources. The only thing I would be untapping is Zul. If I had a free sacrifice outlet, I could kill them with the Shambling Ghast loop. Right now I have Relentless Dead, which is not that interesting for me to bring back. See who gets killed here. The one we want dead the most is Gray Merchant. And these other ones dying will draw me cards, also drain their life. Yeah, the untaps will be card draw with Crypt Breaker, but that's like only if I have something I have the mana to cast. Which this will help me at least. See what I can draw. I'll get a treasure. They'll get whatever this card is in hand. Okay, reanimate's helpful. And Warren Soul Trader. Okay, so that's a free sacrifice outlet. Let me just see how much mana I have. I will need to sacrifice some things first. And let me just like double check what they've got in their graveyard. Okay, excellent. Zul Ashur, grabbing the Shambling Ghast. Casting the Shambling Ghast. Using the Warren Soul Trader to sacrifice it to make a treasure. 2 treasures, actually, because the Soul Trader makes one and it makes one. I will sacrifice the Gray Merchant of Asphodel to also get a treasure. And I'll sacrifice the Crypt Breaker to, you guessed it, get a treasure. Time for a Paradox Engine. And I'll use this handy little reanimate here. I can actually use this on anything, but I'll use it to grab Gray Merchant. Casting that will untap Zul Ashur. Also, deal quite a bit of damage to them. I'll use Zul Ashur here to put the Shambling Ghast as a castable. And I will castable it. Use the Soul Trader for a little bit more sacrifice. And make a treasure. Kill them with the Gary. On the way out. Perfect. GG. Smeagol Helpful Guide will be helping me by putting cards in my graveyard, though stealing my lands. Smeagol is a sacrifice commander, kind of like us. We are also a bit of a sacrifice commander. But when they sacrifice things at the end of turn, if a creature died under their control, they will be tempted by the ring. And when they're tempted by the ring, they mill me until they had a land and put that land under their control. I could play Zul Ashur here, Cold Steel Heart. I kind of like going Cold Steel Heart into Bantu's Monument, getting the discounts for my creatures. We have a sacrifice piece here too, that's kind of nice. A board wipe in case they get out of hand. That'll be alright. A Delighted Halfling, 2 little Rampers. Oh, and a Miner. That can come back very easily. I wish you could go in this deck. Technically you can, but you're a skeleton, not a zombie. What's even the point? Use Bantu's Monument to discount my black creature cards. Right now I'm just hoping I get a 4th mana source so I can Damnation. Hey, Smeagol. Still 2 mana up. And I failed to get another mana source. I like Mire Triton's probably a good pick. Oh, Rushman, thank you so much for the 28-month resub. I mill myself? Oh, it was 2 mana sources in the graveyard. Not sure. Bantu's Monument is also draining them as this happens. It would be cool if they did something for undead, like what they did for Outlaws. So Outlaws was, you can remember it by Warm P. Yeah, I know that's terrible, but it works. Warlocks, assassins, rogues, mercenaries, and pirates are all outlaws. And they could do something with the undead. Having probably zombies and skeletons. I don't know if they would put vampires under there, though. Because on some planes, vampires are not dead. If I do this, they get to steal the land. I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, I don't know how they would categorize it. Oh, Plaguecrafter. RIP all my guys. So they will be getting a land from me. And hopefully, I'll be getting a land so I can wipe the board. Gotta get these little mana fellas out of here. Welcome back. Okay, so it is a land. It is not a land I wanted. I will Bojuka their Bog. And since now I'll have 4 next turn, I don't really want to play Zul Ashur. I'll just play Ashnod's Altar. You could put in Wraiths and Spirits. Yeah. Spirits, zombies, skeletons, maybe vampires. There's a lot of ones that could fit in. Being asked if Obeka Splitter of Seconds is any good in Arena. Not really. We have some fun upkeep things, but not as many as I think would be better. Okay, they destroyed my sacrifice outlet. That's completely fair. Grab a swamp. They have 2 potential creatures on the backline. Look at all these wonderful things in the graveyard. Oh no, the Paradox Engine's in the graveyard! That makes things a little harder. I may want to consider playing the Vein Ripper to try to like kill them as part of the board wipe, but I'm just gonna take it out now. Just bloop. I'm going to take a look though at what is in my graveyard. since I do have the ability to recast things from the grave, both off of Zul Ashur and actually off of Liliana Untouched by Death, if I can get enough mana out in a turn, I just use her -3, and I can cast and cast and cast and cast. Hey, Wiremite. You gonna take out that Bantu's monument? Wait. Oh, no, they were just sacrificing it to Phyrexian Tower, so they would get the Smeagol trigger. They're so tempted by that ring. I think Mutavault might become the new ring Temptato. Nope, Smeagol. Oh, actually, I wonder what happens if the thing you have tempted by the ring stops being a creature. Please stop taking my cool lands. I'm using those. I won't be able to block Smeagol with Vein Ripper. But since they're a sacrifice deck, hopefully they don't have any immediate removal, and this will make it harder for them to do things, since stuff dying hurts them and heals me. If I have a chance, I want to get rid of that Forsaken Miner. I have things like Fleshbag Marauder, which I can recur. They want a creature to die for Smeagol's trigger. And they can just do that in a controlled fashion with Phyrexian Tower. And then bring it back. Paying a black, grabbing a land. They put a Bitter Triumph in my graveyard. Okay, cool. Playing Zul Ashur. Relentless Dead. I think I'll just swing in. Yeah. It's such a big flyer. There's some vampires, other than Vein Ripper, that go very well in this deck, and other sacrifice decks. There's a new flying card that will just keep drawing for you. Oh no, they also have a Vein Ripper! Oh. I'm trying to decide if I need Zul Ashur next turn. Let you have that. And I'll put this back in hand. I could also just, like, put the champion back into hand. It doesn't matter, I just want to be able to cast 2. I've got 1 black, so that works. Oh yeah, puts it right into play. There we go. The High Society Hunter would be great in this deck, too. Are they gonna kill their Forsaken Miner? Yep. The veins are getting ripped. So ripped. So hard to keep track of what's in my graveyard. So something kind of cute about how Zul Ashur works. Wait, I want to draw cards. Yeah, I do. Is you can cast either side of an adventure that is a zombie. She just says you can cast the card. And I just think that's neat. And hopefully I get, I don't know, land would be nice. They've stolen quite a few of mine. They have a Spy Master's Vault. They could throw some extra stuff on Smeagol. We lose life, we gain life, we gain life, we lose life, we swing in. We love a Zombini. This is in fact a zombie deck, also a combo deck. I have two different versions of the deck, if you didn't see the intro with it. But this one is the one that is running Paradox Engine and a few other combo enablers. So like this Liliana is actually a zombies card, but I'm not running it in the zombie version of the deck because it's a little slow and awkward in it. But you can use it to combo in this deck. I don't currently have the piece it can combo with in the graveyard, or the pieces in play I can combo with it. Actually, I do. And with Vein Ripper, I think I can use that to kill them. Yeah, it should work. It's for Zombo combos. I don't need Zul Ashur for it either. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need one of you to be alive, though. So I'd go to 7, 8, 9, 10, then lose an additional 3. Unfortunately, we'll have to do this. And hopefully I get a land. Okay, I have to discard a card, key to the archive, don't need it. If you sacrifice a creature, yeah, they die because of Vein Ripper, though. But since I have this land, the combo, by the way, is Liliana. I use the -3 ability. I can cast zombie spells from my graveyard this turn. I use the Warren Soul Trader. In addition to that, I get a 1-mana zombie, and I continuously sacrifice it, get 1 mana back in the form of a treasure, cast it again, and just keep doing that while the Vein Ripper drains them for life. So, more combo wins. Didn't need to, but it was there as an option. Good game. Kasmina Enigma Sage. This Kasmina gives other planeswalkers an ability, or a couple abilities, that they can use to get them to ult more quickly. This +2 especially allows you to +2 any planeswalker, which goes well with just quickly ulting things. Let's go ahead and start with Champion of the Perished. Makes me feel like a real zombie deck. Turn 1 Champion of the Perished. That's great. And I want to play this pre-combat so we get an extra damage in. I like that we have Champion of the Perished in Arena, but not Champion of the Parish. We get to be a little silly here. Warren Soul Trader. Thankfully uncounterable. Thank you, Cabinet of Souls. It is, in fact, a zombie. Okay, so they just want 3 mana. That is so real, and I have done that so many times. Especially in a deck like this, which I assume is Super Friends. That gives them enough mana that they could even, like, River's Rebuke me this turn. Nissa, who shakes my world, untaps lands, makes the forest tap for double. Come at me, bro. Okay, I will offer you a trade in these trying times. You are now down to 2 lands. She returns. I could have also used Reanimate and then killed the Nissa, but I think this works fine. spells. You held the profane. Okay, so doubling season I do not like here. This is going to be a +6/+6. And now I can't trade with it. Which, ugh. Fine. Also, any planeswalkers entering are going to have double. Only have like one piece of enchantment removal. Which means I'll probably end up tutoring for with that Diabolic Intent. But it also means I'm going to use up this Fel the Profane on your forest. I know. Doesn't that feel silly? Swinging at the Nissa. Swinging at their face. At least they only have 2 mana. One more, they can't play Kashmina. She would enter with 4. And she would have a +4 ability. Yeah, this was land destruction. It is a land itself. Use a land, get a land, kill land. So they get twice as many tokens with twice as many counters on them. It's a good strat. It's a good strat right there. See what I can get off this Keeley archive. And Firstborn. Growth. Despark. Despark would give me a way to get rid of that. I will take it. Get rid of the Ashnod's Altar. And I'm just swinging everything at face. Double blocking. Champion of the Perished. They go down to 4. 4 mana now. They could -1 again. Then the maximum blockitude. Oh no. So this is the Teferi that can phase things out, right? And activates on both players' turns. Yep, so now he has a +2 ability, which means he's actually at 8 here. And his -10, by the way, is to take 2 extra turns. Or I want them to activate him right now. No, doubling season is losing its spark. He is going to become the master of the bales. Oh, Mark doesn't tweet. Thank you so much for the 28-month resub. The hell out of here, Teferi. I wish there were dead creatures for me to bring back. Trying to think what I'll want to tutor for. I think we start here with the plus. But I did manage to get rid of that doubling season, which makes me feel a lot better about this game. Okay, casting 2 spells in a turn will proliferate. Not just their planeswalkers, but also this whale. Otherwise, it vanishes. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm thinking Diabolic Intent for like a Blood Artist. I think that should get me there. So I'm going to go Diabolic Intent, sacrificing Champion of the Perished. I'm going to get Marionette Master. Or Marionette Apprentice, sorry. Where is she? I think these are in mana value order. There we go. Marionette Apprentice. Whenever a creature or artifact is put into graveyard, the stuff happens. Yeah, I don't care. Proliferate. Go ahead. Get myself a little guy. Get myself a little guy. Sacrifice it. Warrant Soul Trader and these other free sacrifice outlets are such MVPs. Alright, I could just sacrifice these. It's treasures. And they're dead. Love it when it works. GG, Kashmina. Melik Reforged Researcher. This Melik, I believe, discounts your spells. I've got a Sacrifice piece. I've got Asarak, Grim Tutor, Pitiless Plunderer. Okay. Everything's kind of threes in hand. But I've got Zul Ashur. I can do some silly stuff with Asarak. Melik is here. Hey, Melik. Yeah, Asarak is kind of like an alternative to Zul Ashur if you manage to get enough pieces out. I think that since I don't have any of, like, the zombies I'd be recasting, I'll go for this Mind Stone on turn 2 instead. A Goblin. Okay. Going to discount things even more. Yeah, Melik is first instance or sorcery spell cast. Each turn is 3 less to cast. So they'll be putting lots of things in the graveyard. And I'd say oftentimes this Melik is going for, like, the Galvanic Punch victory. I have absolutely been Galvanic Punched by a Melik before. They make his power super high. I've also had him, like, thudded and flung at me, which is, like, very violent. Very, very violent, that fella right there. Zul Ashur. I will firmly grasp this goblin. They're deliberating. What are they looking for? I just had to quickly send out an email there. So I have a cousin who has the same first and last name as me. And her email address is 1 letter off from mine. And she types mine in all the time by accident. And I get weird emails like Santa with her pets that are not supposed to go to me. So anyway, now I have a picture of, I guess, my cousin's pets with Santa. Yeah, like her 2 dogs. I just like forwarded the email like, Amy, you need to type your email correctly. I get your bank statement sometimes. Please. Other Amy, you need to type your email correctly. Oh, Melik getting dummy thick. Yeah, they are not letting my commander stick. Well, I guess I can make it so their commander doesn't stick either. I want to play this Pitiless Plunderer first, so I get a treasure. And Yarhar. Yeah, this is the Amy verse. Oh, I should also mention, she was not born into this family with the same name she married in. Zul Ashur. Should I just start emailing her, like, pictures of my cat, maybe? I'm a little afraid of this being zombies. Okay, it was Gearhulk, so yeah. I was right to be afraid. Unfortunately, Pitiless Plunder, not a zombie, can't bring it back. Also, I was gonna say, like, are they just gonna kill Zul Ashur again? No, I am Amy Prime. She married into a family. That makes her Amy the Second. All right, let's see. We got our Blood Artist. Our Grim Tutor and Ashnods. Not looking too bad there. Right now, it's the Accursed Marauder that's in the graveyard, so I think I will lead with Blood Artist. It resolved. I sacrificed the Marauder. They sacrificed the Gear Hulk. Lose some life. And right now I only have 1 mana rock. The colorless one. Oh, Desert Congratulations on making your memes more than dreams. You have redeemed 69,420 apple cores. It earned my respect. So let me just double check your wording. Instants and sorceries in graveyard. Okay, just had to make sure. I think that going for Shuldred or Paradox Engine would be good here. But I'm actually gonna go for what I'm going to call just a little sassafras here. Let's see. Bogchamp. I'm turning Malik into a little tiny guy. If there's no instants and sorceries in their graveyard, Malik is a 0/0. Sometimes you just gotta tutor for a land, right? What if I waited for him to be on board to drop that? It's fine. Ooh, wait. Show me your secrets. Amy's a confirmed hater. I am. Desgroth, congratulations on those meme dreams. You've redeemed 69,420! Ooh. Apple cores and earned my respect. Okay, so they've got a Delve card in hand, too. Cyclonic Rift is actually not too rough on me. And Gravitic Punch is what they were going to hope to kill me with. I'm going to drop the Cyclonic Rift, though, because it's just annoying and I don't want to deal with it. Boop. Boop. You can dig. You dig? Asrak. Sacrificing Asrak with him in play here. So I can cast him from the graveyard rather than just from hand. It lets me cast him another time and also play the Ashnod's Altar this turn. And what am I feeling? I think we start the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And he'll come back right to hand. We scry. Oh my god, how was scry? I mean, Gem Medallion does let me Astrak a lot next turn. I'm gonna keep it on top. It lets me go boing, boing, boing. And I can sacrifice him once in the middle, I guess. As long as I have enough black mana. So I can get a treasure. Very nice. You get some spawns. Scry. Skeletons are not zombies. So Runestone, Caverns. Nice. Yeah, I can get pretty deep. Fanged Flames! Okay, so I will sacrifice this in response so it doesn't get exiled. I do have some ways to reanimate it. Oh, dang it. Yeah, they're up here casting their spells. Who up casting their spells? Let's use that colorless for the Jet Medallion. I still do have this Accursed Marauder in the graveyard. But it can't make them sacrifice the spawn. So I think I'll do this on the first one. Yeah, that'll work for me. Putting on the full control. Azrak never goes in his own dungeon. He's like, I'm a tourist. I like to look at other dungeons. And this is purely just to get more mana. The reason I'm using Zul Ashur. And sacrificing it to the altar. Azarak gonna go back in hand. We scry 2. Okay, I have a reanimate and a swamp. I'll throw the swamp down. Azarak again, exiling those top 2 cards. We know what one of them is. Ah, cool. I will start with the Skyclave Relic. Unkicked. I'll use that reanimate. And I will reanimate the Pitiless Plunderer. I got some mana here. Only if I'm sacrificing Zul Ashur. I don't need the scry this turn. But I kind of want the scry this turn. I don't need the scry this turn. I want the scry this turn. Yeah. That's fine. Girls like doing dungeons. They're saying, I have a loop right now. I do not, because I don't have a way to play this from the graveyard infinitely. There is a way to do that in this deck. I do not currently have it. Scry 3. Hi, I'm sorry, I'm taking game actions. It's, Wow, yeah, I want none of that. It is the struggle. And now I have finished the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Yay! Free spells! Okay, what do we get for free? Yeah, it's gonna be black market connections for free. I want to save that, I think. Actually, do I need that and the edict? Yeah, I should buy it both. They're doing a multiple choice. This will bounce this back into my hand. Nice elemental. Nice fellemental. Melik, by the way, back up to being a 10-10. Only takes a punch for that. Wonder what happens if I kill him before the punch resolves. I think it uses last known information. Oh, no, it doesn't, because it's target creature. So there wouldn't be a creature there anymore. Melik's hitting the gym. Yeah. He's getting swole. Okay, I can pay the 3. Smiley face. Yeah, they know I have the 2 pieces of removal because they were revealed. Wow, I stuttered on that one. So yeah, getting there. taking Azarak actions. Asuractions. GG. Oh, it's the same person playing Glarb. I guess we're gonna have a rematch. I have mana and a Shuldred. Sure, I'll take it. I don't really remember my first match against them because it was like an hour ago. I think I comboed against them. But yeah, it's definitely the same person. They were like, I need to stop her from doing the combo. I ain't putting up with this. They just like mulliganed a couple times, probably looking for either ramp or like a Thoughtseize. Didn't find it and left. Strike the fear in the heart of your enemies, Zul Ashur. Yenna, Redtooth Regent, is able to copy enchantments, as long as there isn't already a copy of that enchantment in play. We've got some sacrifice pieces, a buffer, no zombies. This is fine. Yenna is going to do something that's kind of rough for us, though. Exiling things. Yenna is best at copying auras, but she is in enchantments deck, and enchantments tend not to kill your stuff. They tend to take them and squirrel them away somewhere special. Kind of like playing Zul Ashur here as like a just remove me instead of something else. I'm going to play Marionette Apprentice, though, so I have 2 sacrificeables and a drain for Yawgmoth in a turn or 2. This card's so good. It's a silly uncommon. Ooh, a Sithis! Zombie. Death. I would like to save the Infernal Grasp to kill Yenna, but Sithis must die. Sithis is a 2-mana, life-gaining, incredibly good enchantress. It will just be constantly refilling their hand. I don't even know what this does. Whenever 2 more creatures attack, for either player, gets oil, you can remove the oil to exile things. Wait, that's an artifact. Huh. Sure, I'll give you an oil. I don't think I've ever seen this played before. All I know is that the art is slightly off-center on it. Just slightly off-center. And it makes it hard to look at. I currently only have 1 zombie. I want to keep trying to kill these enchantresses. I don't want to sacrifice the Marionette Apprentice. And I won't give you another oil. Asking what's up? I'm just trying to do some nasty business with Zul Ashur. If I can get certain zombies with this current setup, I can go infinite, which is cool. Hi, Yenna. Ooh, what's happening? Silence? Okay, royal treatment. So they're just saying, you can't touch Yenna this turn. Okay, I can't touch Yenna this turn. I could reanimate something, though. Let me see if I can put something in a graveyard to reanimate. I'll drop this Buried Ruin. Here, that's fine. Plussin. Do I mill a zombie? I sure did. That is a Grey Merchant of Asphodel. But I could bring that back using Zul Ashur in a turn. Deal 8 damage. Deal 8 damage, yeah. You know, you're an elf, not a human? Okay, good to know. I can bring them pretty low. But I can't quite kill them here. If I attacked with these, this is only other artifacts or creatures. So it's like if I attacked with Zul or sacrificed her to Yawgmoth, that would be a damage. Weirdly on brand for Yawgmoth to say before I attack, I need to know what race you are. Yeah, he's a little racist. I was making sure this Grey Merchant goes in our graveyard. Don't mind me. I can pay the 1. I have 1. Actually, I have 2. Ooh, a safekeeping, though. So that's going to blank the card draw. This will draw me 2 cards, though. The Argent Dais. Dais? Dais sounds right. It's like a Catholic thing. It's the thing at the front of the hall. Or like a Christian thing. No, my graveyard! Oh, we're like a graveyard deck, dang it. Okay. Fine. Fine. Creatures, like, still can die? But you're gonna make it a lot harder. I think I have a Withering Torment. I know, but this, like, makes it so much harder. It's like a raised platform. Alright, let's second. I think I just kill Yenna and attack, though. Yeah. I don't need the rest in peace. I just need to use player removal. GG, Yenna. Flubs, the Fool. No fool in this, frog. They will be discarding cards if they have cards in hand when they play a land or cast a spell, and drawing cards otherwise. This looks like a great hand. I have Crypt Breaker, I have a Sacrifice Outlet, a little bit of ramp, and the drain/discounter that is Bantu's Monument. Flubs is going to be probably like setting up to Storm. This is the kind of deck that can take some very long turns, can spin a lot of wheels, generate near infinite mana if you have enough landfall pieces. Yeah, I'm like wondering if they're going to be playing a lot of eggs, 0-cost cards. They could just keep on going through the deck. Mana. Oh, Marionette Apprentice off the top. Well, that's kind of fun. If I had a zombie in hand, I probably would have spent that turn just like discarding it to make a zombie. Flubs. Eladamri lets them play things off the top of their deck. I'm going to play a Bantu's Monument and Zul Ashur. Since I've cast a black spell, they lose a life. Also, the Kirby music is hyping me up. Hi, Eladamri. You want to cheat things into play? You need 2 friends for that. You have 1 friend. Flubs. I wonder if they're just like, oh god, the sequencing. That's so real. So whenever they discard a card, which Flubs does call them to discard cards, they ping me. They can also, like, choose to discard cards using the Glinthorn Buccaneers ability. I will take 5. I feel like blocking with the Crypt Breaker would also be fine here. I'm just not entirely sure how I want to play out my next turn. gonna be a little draw dependent. Oh, Asarak. Or a Siverarak. This guy. That's pretty nice with the Bantu's Monument. Marionette Apprentice. Just calling him ass crack. Making a little blocker. I'm going to put on full control mode here. For kind of a strange reason. I am planning on tapping these three. To draw a card. 1, 2, 3. He goes back into hand. Cool. And we will go into the Dungeon of the Mad Maids. The portal, she yawns. 'Cause she's sleepy. Thank you, Bantu's Monument. You do an amazing. All right, so now I have a sacrifice outlet online in case I need to sacrifice stuff to get it into the graveyard to recast with Zul. Honestly, Paradox Engine, we have infinite here. I beautifully draw it if I just like right into play here. Flub's now in play with 3 cards in hand. Wow, okay. I wonder if it's like land, discard, land. Okay, land, here comes the discard. Cursed Mirror. Aw, you could become a copy of, I don't know, Glinthorn Buccaneer. Treasure Cruise in the Grave. Okay. Oh, wait, they're cheating something in. What is it? You only put creatures into play. But they didn't have enough mana for that. Are they just like, what? What? You did this to you. I wasn't a part of this. I think that they also just didn't have anything they could do that turn. Which, that's fine too. Out of a show of good faith, I don't think I won't attack. Song of Creation gets kind of crazy with flubs, though. It's an oops. Boop, bloop, bloop. Just keep digging. Treasure. And I think we get the Scry in the next one. Yeah, Scry 2. No, and also no. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, I should attack because it's lethal. This is one of those, like, if I'm not attacking to be like, look, you could have had the blockers up. It feels like it's like, no, that's... I'm wasting your time. I don't want to waste your time. There we go. Ending the game with a fine Drosshopper. It's riveting. GG flubs. Loot Exuberant Explorer. I also built a loot deck. Wonder if this person is running my brew or their own. Loot is mono green ramp, then cheating creatures into play. Mono green ramp was already good. So, yeah, it's good. You get to play extra lands. You get to cheat things into play. It gives you like a pseudo bit of card advantage because you get to take the cards out of your deck. This hand's also kind of nice. It's all hand attack and a little bit of ramp. But that's fine. That's pretty much exactly what I want. I'm probably going to go turn 1 Inquisition of Kozilek to hit the early game stuff. Looking for Llanowar Elves, turn 1 ramp, anything like that. Yep, there we go. Turn 2 Zul Ashur. I'll have 1 extra mana. Nothing for me to duress, though. So, like, I kind of want to save this and just, like, I'll play the boots. Boot it up. Yeah, wait until they get, like, 2 cards in hand. There to the Hydra. Tempted to Takanuma here. Just to potentially get a creature in my graveyard. I guess I would bring it back too. Now I'll save it. I'll see if the 1 card they drew was in fact... Oh, it was also a creature. All right, so Duress just gets burned. That's fine. Swing it for 3. I'm saving a Takanuma so I can play Cruelty of Gix next turn. Loot's going to come out, and that's going to give me the choice between hitting Blossoming Tortoise and Vorinclex. Blossoming Tortoise is great repeatable ramp. Vorinclex is huge and flips over. So I think that my choice should be Vorinclex, because they can play either next turn. Vorinclex is just bigger, honestly. Zul, I could trade into a Blossoming Tortoise. Okay, Lumra in the grave. Flare of Cultivation in the grave. I get to tutor for anything here. Oh, hey, Jiza. What am I craving? Gary's awesome. Virtue lets me steal more from their graveyard. Do I just want to kill everything? Yeah, I think I just want to be a little Myrtleizer here. So I'm looking for my 2-mana Sacrificer. Where are you? There it is. Accursed Marauder. Double checking how much mana I had there. Not enough to play the Blood Artist in the middle. Sacrifice it? They could animate that Lair of the Hydra and sacrifice that, by the way. Bloop, bloop. And for anybody wondering, Amy, should you have just played Ghoulcaller Jiza here? I don't think it would have been bad. But stopping the loot from activating was my hope there. And it worked out. I could grab Lumra next turn. I think I would do that over Vorinclex because I can't flip it. Lumra would be smaller under my control. Oh, hey, girl. Never mind. I'm not getting anything. They're going to minus and destroy Cruelty of Gix. At least that's what I would do. And that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, so I get no reanimation. I'm not stealing that Lumra. Ghoulcaller Jiza? I could have also, like, done this, but that doesn't help me. I'm giving her the boots, so we can both swing at Nissa and take her out. Also, so far, this is a 1-for-1 of my loot deck, but I feel like it's mono green lands and big things, so it's gonna be pretty much the same no matter what. The struggle. It's like, oh, I want to be creative in my deck building, but also, like, there's no reason to be creative in the deck building. Jesus with the shovel! I decided if I want to, like, sacrifice Zul here. I don't know. Being able to recur this again next turn sounds lit. I'll just swing it for 4. Yeah, I like her more than Azusa. Or sorry, him more than Azusa. I like Loot. Even though you play fewer lands, so it's less explosive, it's got a lot more, like, late game, you've run out of cards in hand stabilizing. Okay, so, like, I could do that, or I could just do this. Whee! I want that bear! Looking at the top 6, I got Prime Time! Gonna start getting some lands back. Yeah, Azusa decks are usually just like turbo, ramp, get out, and Eldrazi. Loot, you can still run Eldrazi. They're just not as good to cheat into play. Fair, 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 fair. Okay, so Paradox Engine is in the graveyard. I'll exile the other stuff out of our grave. I only got 1 land. That's fine. Don't mind me. Giving us a little loopy-loo. Getting the Prime Time. I'm gonna move the boots onto Lumra. Swinging in with her with haste. Might still sacrifice Zul. I'm thinking about it. Oh, hey, Ulamog. Who you hitting? Virtue and Lumra? Completely fair. Once again, the accursed Marauder. Not sacrificing a Lumra? It's not a zombie. Oh wait, I can sacrifice any creature? Oh, I should have. I don't know why. I thought Jisa could only sacrifice zombies. Okay, yeah, so that's a misplay. Sorry, guys. It's fine. Amy saying any. It's fine. We'll come the old-fashioned way. Bleeding them out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine until it isn't. So let's see what they got. 2 cards in hand. Oh, hi, 6. There's a Titan and a Prime Time. Now, do they have a land in hand? Because if they have a land, they can bring out Titan of Industry and gain life. No, it's a hoof. But, like, I don't know. It's a hoof. It still kills me. If only I had 8 2/2 zombies, then I would have won. But I didn't do that, because I misplayed. GG, Loot. The Gitrog monster, putting lands in the graveyard and drawing cards. Alright, I got a zombie, I got a Yawgmoth, Lava Boots. Okay, sure. Turn 1, I got a turn 2, I got a turn 3, I got a turn 4. Maybe. Just because I build the decks doesn't mean I know what all the cards do in them. Why would I ever read the cards? They have a fetch. They have fetched. I don't think I'm going to play Zul Ashur here. Because next turn, I'm probably going to go Fleshbag Marauder, sacrifice it with it being my only creature in play, and use that mana to play Zul. If they have a creature for me to kill, which they don't. Don't mind me, just playing Yawgmoth. Somebody's saying in chat that reading the cards explains the cards. I know. Well, why would I read the cards when I can just look at the pretty pictures? Like this guy. This is actually one of the first Magic cards I remembered the name of. Fleshbag Marauder. Was that a Baleful Mastery? Okay, so he's gone. Rippin' peppies. Still haven't played any creatures, so I'll play Zul Ashur. Give her the boots and swing in. Yeah, Fleshbag Marauder definitely was in, like, the starter decks I learned how to play with. The, like, black starter deck that they used to give away at conventions back in, like, 2009. Hi, Get Rag Monster. Okay, so this can't be countered, so the ward doesn't actually do anything. They don't have to pay either of these. But do they know that? Okay, they do. Bring it back. Well, somebody's saying they thought that Brawl was a 60-card format. Standard Brawl is a 60-card format. Historic Brawl is a 100-card format. And Historic Brawl is now just called Brawl. Because life is silly. Actually, let's do it like this. Alright. Oop. Control mode. I'm just hastening this out anyway. I think so. Yeah. Just so much damage. I didn't need the extra mana. Thanks, Unstoppable Slasher. The Hash-Slinging Slasher is a great card. And it's a zombie. It's also an assassin. Do you want to trade? Oh, no! They bogged that, so I can't recur it next turn. I would have been able to. I gotta sacrifice the Mind Stone. I got me a Mutavault. If they block this, this comes back on its own. I don't even need to use Zul. I should have played the Mutavault there. Slasher with his little cowboy boots on. Yeah. It's cute. And just Restoration sacrifices a land and gets them 3 more. A great rate when you have a big creature. Also when sacrificing lands gets you card draw. Yeah, right now they're in this awkward spot, though, where, like, fetch lands are dangerous. They cannot afford to lose that much more life. Hello. Hi. I have Ward 2, pay 2 life. This one just says Ward 1. 1 mana. I know you don't have casualties mana. Unless you have a Dark Ritual, which they could. But they wouldn't be able to pay this Ward 1. Hello. Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. They're at 1. Alright, I was gonna, like, play Zul Ashur, give it the boots attack with both. This is just so much faster. Boom! Great Merchant. Ends games. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you like seeing Zul Ashur in action. Zul Ashur did great. 80% win rate, as long as you're playing this version of the deck. Now, the other version of the deck, the one that is a zombie typal deck, it matches up against the same opponents, and it's just not as consistent. It's running less removal, and even though there are great zombie lords, there's lots of great zombie cards, Zul Ashur is even better as this combo piece. But if you're more interested in the creature-oriented version of this deck, the one that's less of a combo deck, more of a creatures deck, more of a big cool zombies deck, that video is going to be coming out in the next few days. I know that Pioneer Masters is coming out, so I might take a little break to do a Pioneer Masters commander first, but I mean, Zul Ashur is great, and we do have 2 different versions of the deck. But if you want this one, it's in the description of the video, the Zuladox engine. There is no Dana, only Zul is the other version of the deck. I'll just very quickly show it here. This will be coming out in a couple days, so if you're interested in mono black sacrifice with zombies, this deck is also really fun too. I enjoyed getting to play this deck. It performed well in the queue, and combo decks are always annoying to deal with. Tutors are always annoying to deal with. And Grey Merchant of Asphodel in either version of this deck is an all-star. We love this. I love this. It's great to have. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.